cool. What's going on, people? You're locked into another episode of Can I Get a Drop? I go by the name of Amisi, aka F, aka Can I Get a Drop? Aka
Get Fit with F.
Get Fit with F, aka
No Barefoot Moscato.
Anyway, yeah.
It's because you're infused. I was like,
That's my
where's your...
AKA.
His enthusiasm was gone.
I'm tired, bruv.
It was so monotone, like.
So I'm going to do all the enthusiasm today.
I'm tired.
You're here myself, Chyna Lee, aka we just want to have fun, aka we're in another lockdown,
aka dinner with Jay-Z,
aka it might be dinner with Jay-Z, it might be 50 grand. But if you watch the episode, then you will actually know what I said.
Oh my days, man.
AKA first season, AKA it's with a baby.
AKA
Derek,
AKA
Gin and Rose Lemonade, Furlough.
Wait, sorry, I hit my throat.
Wait, how do I come with that?
He's so weird about it, that's why it's...
AKA it is what it is. Obviously we got
Incognito on the back.
We got Incognito, AKA see, I'll chat to you later. But yeah, man.
AKA
You're with me tonight.
And obviously we've got a special guest today.
We'll clap for ourselves.
Okay.
I'll clap for you, I don't know what to do.
Y'all can introduce yourself.
My name is Phaedra,
AKA
Female,
AKA
aka Ask Fee,
Jeez.
aka Mask Off the Pod. Don't do that. Yeah, that's all my AKAs for now.
And I'm Shanice, aka
Low voice.
Shitty Love,
Mhm.
aka Shitty Stairs,
Okay.
aka Mask Off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Right.
that's it.
AKA low voice.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the wave's always low. Still.
You guys are too dumb. You guys are too dumb.
How you doing these days?
I'm not too bad, thank you. I'm just, enjoying life.
Enjoying life during the pandemic, yeah?
Yeah, you have to.
See what I mean about girls, bro?
Wait, whoa!
No problem.
If you listen to these two, every minute will be see about girls, see about girls.
I don't understand why.
I'm enjoying as much as I can.
Headache, bro.
Niggas on furlough and shit.
Oh my
Headache.
days.
Headache.
People on
Can
furlough,
you actually explain this furlough thing? Because it's very...
What I know is that today, my shift is at 4:30. That's what I'm saying, innit? 4:25. Letters are going around. Furlough.
Is that all of you though?
No warning.
Wait, you found out today? Oh.
I'm all like, yeah, man, I'm gonna see that tomorrow. I'll bring like some jollof or something tomorrow.
These time they had a plan for you, bro.
I open and said, furlough, they're like, rah.
That's
I was like,
weird.
you don't see what I see. People are upset, like, rah, don't worry, man. It's out here, man, trust me.
Happens, innit?
It's when they done it on a Monday though, not a Friday.
On Monday, you know?
Let me finish the
Yeah.
shit.
At least, like, tell me on Friday, I don't know. This morning, I got a full tank in my car. He says, man, I'll get that piece back, fam. That's my petty, fam. You know what I mean? Man?
It's so funny, bro.
But obviously, nah, man, she's FF for a reason, man.
Yeah, you can
You
relax
don't
at
know.
home now, though.
No,
Chloe
literally.
thing and that.
Chloe Ting and all of these
Yeah,
things.
man.
They say day 1 for 15 days in a row.
You don't know what the blessing's gonna be as well.
Oh, seriously.
One door,
Nah,
it's
I
not
can
even
plan-
closed.
I
The
can
door.
plan- I
That
can
is
plan
so funny, fam.
my Drake and drive with him.
That's the thing though, like with the lockdown thing, a lot of people have started their own things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been furloughed, people have lost their jobs, but
Yeah,
good things have come out of it.
so
Yeah.
much, yeah, so
So-
much.
And I wouldn't even say furlough's a door closed. It's like a door. It's a door creak.
Yeah.
So it's got
Still
way
gotta
to
be
still.
grateful, innit?
Yeah, that you have a job, because some people have nothing right now.
Bare people.
I feel like it's just a time for you to like brainstorm and actually dig deeper and think
Yeah.
about what you want
Yeah.
to do. Find your passion in it.
Yeah, big time,
Talk.
big time.
But a Monday morning, a Monday afternoon, that's just not
4:25.
fair.
We're getting ready to clock out.
Bro, I've been locked out. Jacket ready to go on.
Plan for you, boy.
Like rubbish to the side, say, yeah, clean up, all that. Like, yeah, it's a letter.
It's all from HR.
And like, you know, man, I see people that are vexed that they're still working. People are vexed that I'm on phone. Like, brother, I'll see you when I see you, lot, fam. I don't chat to you most after work anyway. So right now, I'm lit. I'm the vibe. You know what I mean?
How do you feel about being on furlough?
It's not been day one yet. Obviously, I was down earlier,
right now.
but obviously, I've got bare things to do.
Yeah.
So now I can focus on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's calm, to be fair.
I'm calm still.
Still getting a bit of money.
Money,
Money don't done, you know what I mean?
It's still at 80%.
Done, bro.
So, but is your company gonna pay the 20% or not?
No, no way.
Some companies have though. I've seen
Some
people
companies
that
were,
was,
yeah.
and they
They're
were.
paying the rest of the
Yeah.
Yeah, some
companies
were,
take it so
but
you're still getting your full wage. But
some
listen,
just
it is what it is, man. I'll be back. I'll be back.
And on a positive note, our views are going up.
Yeah, man.
Getting more subscribers. So press that red button.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
subscribe.
It's working in it, so you got subscribe, follow, like, comment, and share. See that?
Yeah.
Shares go a long
Obviously,
way, man.
the links will just be flying across the bottom.
No links, man. I'm not doing no more links. I don't want to get shouted at. I want to make sure if I want a link, if I want the link, I'm gonna get it straight after.
Hey, what would they shout at you?
That's a conversation for another day.
People just throw it in.
I want to plug people with links in it, but sometimes like.
I'm a search for it.
No wait, I have come with 2 links though.
Out of 20, next thing you know, editing's done.
Done.
You know what I mean?
On YouTube, I'll put it in now. Nah. Too late.
It's too late. Oh.
So
But yeah, man.
let us get into this.
Let's dive in.
This thing. Scroll on my phone because I'm looking for the topic. Can't remember it.
It's really not that.
It's really not that far. It's just a conversation. Thank you very much. Honey.
He trying to like typing in the group, so I thought that.
No, don't even try it because I will find it in 2 seconds.
I found it still. You know what I mean?
You can actually just type things in the search bar.
No, it's not even typer. I like to do a voice note, which others don't like neither.
She could have watched the everyone be like, I'm on the phone, please.
It's just quicker.
10-minute voice
it's
note,
true.
bro.
That's
Yo,
not
like, yo,
Thank you. What's it so
off duty,
quicker?
bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. One of them was people. So social media, people stunting that don't actually have money, but they're hurting inside. You know what I mean? Mental health. Some people do mental health podcasts, and they look at mental health places, so they're feeling everything.
It's not wait.
Are you playing shade?
No shade. Obviously,
You're actually calling me.
one time at
Alright,
home,
that is so
I
funny.
do something. She's like, yeah, that's your. I'm like, yo.
No.
I'm not patient. Don't try to study on me, you know.
I'm not trying to do a study on you, but certain behaviours that people show, there's like different explanations, potential explanations behind it. So, you know, I just analyse you sometimes. Is there a problem?
It was an analytic observation.
It is. Thank you. It's an observation.
That is so funny.
It's so foolish.
Yeah, but sorry, but let's go into the social media thing. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's 2020. I don't know if it's 2019. I don't know what it is. Yeah, but social media right now is a joke.
I think right now, because we're in lockdown, that's the only thing that's...
It's even worse. Today
It's
people
just
are debating about bedrooms. Like,
Yeah.
girls
I
have
see
TVs in
that.
their bedrooms.
And do you know what's so mad? I'm doing my room, so I feel so triggered because...
I see people talking about blue walls and that.
People
I
are
haven't
actually
seen that.
putting videos of their rooms
Talking
on.
about having TVs in their bedroom.
Yeah.
What the hell?
But some people don't like having TVs in
TVs
their
in the
bedroom.
room. No, it's
What's wrong with a
not-
laptop though?
I saw a boy tweet
Can't lie,
of
girls.
Netflix and chill, and you're coming to our house to watch Netflix on a laptop.
Yeah, but what's the problem? What's wrong with that though?
Saying Wi-Fi slow as
What
well.
about if it's a Mac?
So it's 25%
Like,
phone.
Exactly. What's wrong with like? That's what I'm saying. But this is. It's funny now, yeah. But there's actually people out there that are gonna go and buy a TV for their room.
Yeah.
Because of this topic.
But they
I
shouldn't
can't even
feel-
afford it.
But they shouldn't feel
that
triggered
person
though.
is not an idiot, but like,
It's a
They're
literate
playing
though.
yourself, innit?
it's
But
very
people
stupid.
will do it though, and it's like because of the TL.
Social
Because
media.
the Twitter rules, innit? Like,
You need to have this.
It's
I'm on this
Twitter rules,
page.
yeah.
Fam.
If you follow Twitter rules,
Just
Twitter
suck
rules,
up, man.
It will actually
you'll
kill
be
you.
married now,
He'd be running now. Yeah, in debt.
Wait, can someone just to? I've never had Twitter. And I
so
know
sign up
that.
to it. You do
No, but I'm
podcasting.
just wait. I just want to understand the madness of Twitter because everyone always talks that Twitter's a bit.
Oh, Twitter's
crazy.
calm. That's why it's actually calm.
It's calm,
It's
but
all
you just
how-
can't.
Sometimes
You can't have no faults.
Yeah.
If you get dragged about it, it's this you.
If
Oh,
you're,
wait,
gonna
wait.
make, if you're gonna make a Twitter, just make it just to like
I'll
bring
stick
it
with,
up.
I'll stick with Instagram.
Not to, yeah.
But then again, it depends on who you're
You.
following and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on
I'm
you.
very-
It's like Insta. You
Yeah.
allow what you like to see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
always hear
you
the
see- you
maddest
see all the
things
blog pages
happen
that
on
I'm following?
Twitter.
Yeah,
It's on your own.
Twitter's a wild place. It's its own kind of place.
One day we're all
Little playground.
spreading positivity. Next day we're tearing down someone.
Next day, everyone's bullying someone. Next day,
You know
mental
what,
health.
Next day, one
But I
day
think
one person's
Instagram's just as
cancelled. Next day
bad
we're
for that.
still banging his music.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw a situation today on the TL. I'm not really gonna go into it, but you know,
Oh yeah.
it was involving a makeup artist, and
Okay.
yeah, all I'm
How
gonna
do I
say
miss
is,
these things, bro?
all I'm gonna say is all that tearing down each other shit needs to stop, man.
Was it
You know,
really bad?
It was bad. It was bad.
Don't speak on what you don't know.
Yeah, it was
Don't
bad.
speak on what you don't
It was
know.
bad, man.
Yeah,
It was.
Well, I want to know after.
I just think it's not
No,
everything.
you don't
It's
think
not
off air.
everything for
You don't
social
think off
media.
air.
That's just
Yeah.
what it
I'll
is.
talk to you later.
Deep dive on that.
Yeah, I
topic,
think
yeah.
what you just mentioned, not everything needs to be put on there, man. Everything needs to be.
That could be solved by a simple phone call.
But I saw something the other day. You know, like girls that go to footballers and they posted something.
Oh, yeah, they were
Someone-
posting who they. Yeah.
And someone
yeah.
said before people would sell this to the newspapers, and now it's like you
Just put it on Twitter and Daily Mail will
Instagram.
actually DM you. Will be like, I will credit you.
But that's the realness is
That's
we're
mad.
in a time where social media is the thing now. That no one's really doing all of that other stuff that we
Yeah.
used to do. So of course people are gonna put it on social media because they know that's the biggest market.
Yeah.
So like you can put anything on social media and it can go viral within days.
But that's mad though. It's just like people don't even want to be paid anymore. People just want to
No.
be like, for
No.
example, people used to sell certain things. Like you just said, rather you to just go to Daily Mail straight. Is it Daily Mail?
Yeah.
You're putting on Twitter like anyone's gonna pay you, but like it's just
Yeah.
it's
They're
bare
not gonna
weird.
pay you, but it's the engagement. Some people thrive off it. They love it. They love all the retweets. They love everyone saying, "Oh my god, you're so funny! Oh my god, it's like
It's like they're chasing a high
yeah,
from all the likes and the retweets and stuff. Like that.
100%.
With you guys having Twitter, obviously I don't. Would you say Twitter? Because I see Instagram is quite
No, but I
bad.
think Instagram is bad too.
But do you think? What do you think's worse as a community?
Twitter.
Do you know what? Yeah.
I don't really care. 'Cause I don't know if
No,
it's-
know
actually,
what? Do you know what,
Instagram.
You reckon?
Instagram.
I think it depends on what you follow. You know.
Yeah.
I think it.
That's
depends
what-
There's some people that all this Twitter drama. Some people never
Yeah.
see it.
Mm.
Because their thing's just on.
Mute.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mute.
yeah.
Yeah, for the young.
I think
Yeah,
Instagram, obviously it's about account who you follow, but then it's all about perspective as well.
Yeah.
Because you can see, let's say there's a big like issue with like these baddies on Insta and like they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
sort of mislead the young lot, whatnot.
Fraud.
But then it's about perspective how you see it, because you can see it like in a more positive light. Do
And
you know
the
what I
reason
mean?
I say Insta as well is because, like, say, remember back in the day, it's, I can't be following more people that's following.
Me.
If I follow like 1,000,
Your ratio.
I've got to follow under 1,000 with the ratio lit.
Yeah.
Follow you want to follow, like, you know what I mean? Or like, if I don't get 100 likes, I'm.
Deleting the picture.
Yeah.
Like, remember back in the day, everybody used to upload on Sunday because those Sundays.
Or a certain
Yeah, you know what I
time.
mean? Sundays.
Saturdays, everyone's at home.
Yeah, about
Everyone's like, yard. Now, man, like now you can upload. I want to see picture 2 days time.
Yeah.
Where is the setup now?
Yeah, the
And
algorithm.
You can't see. You can't see how many people like one picture now. You can't see someone's activity. Bruv.
Can't see the story.
Can't
Whoever views your story
Yeah.
after it's gone.
Yeah,
literally.
you can't see all of
It's like
that.
now it's like what? What now?
But that was for people's mental health, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Perspective. What you said about how you see it is a big thing because not everyone's aware of their mental state.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you don't know. Some people don't. You know, like for me, anyways. Like I know when I'm not at 100, but some people are not able to recognize they're not at 100. So they're seeing all these posts on Insta. You're seeing someone in front of a car. You're seeing someone post money. Blah 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 blah. And you're like, rah, like she's my age and she's got everything and I ain't got nothing. You know, like I'm therefore behind. And it's like, okay, but I'm not good in myself, so I'm gonna see it. Instead of seeing it as motivation, I'm seeing it as I'm comparing myself.
Yeah.
Perspective,
Yeah.
man.
Perspective is everything.
Do you feel like your mindset's like that because of the field you work in, or is it just because of how you are as a person, like how you've been built?
I think it's because of where I work. Because we both work in like with difficult behaviours. For me, it's not about my job. It's about where I am mentally. Because I've been working in mental health for a while now, and I was still not at 100, but I was still working in that field because I thought that I could help fix people without fixing myself.
Yeah,
you get it. I don't know about you, Shin. Go.
I feel like for me, it's from my own personal experience and dealing with like insecurities and stuff like that, and comparing myself with lots of other people. When I got out of that bubble, I realised that not everything that glitters is gold. So I just live my own life, and however I see everyone, good luck for you, well done. But I'm doing my thing.
Sorry, she just dropped a gem on us. Bing! Not everything that glitters is gold. We love gems.
It's true, but the younger generation, especially like the 16-year-old girls and the 17-year-old, like we had like we had some Q&A session yesterday, and like when like a young girl asking, oh, how do you deal with like emotions and blah 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 and social media and that, we're just like, you need to learn how to control it.
But
you need to learn how to control
from
it.
how
school's different
when
now.
I was growing up to now.
Girls are wearing bonnets to school, Sorry, I just had to say that. But they're wearing bonnets to school. Yeah. The things I hear about secondary school now is a joke.
Frontals.
Yeah.
Anything you name it, they're wearing it.
We used to go to school with our Walkman phones or our bricks. Like we started from the ghetto. And now everything's like,
even the boys. The boys be wearing loops to school. Yeah. Balenciaga.
Wow.
That's mad pressure.
That's what I'm saying. It's pressure because you're like, well, mum, like, why'd you get my training from Shoe Zone? Like, but before when we were younger, Shoe Zone, it doesn't matter. Like Clark's, Shoe Zone, Kickers, they were the thing.
We had one student in my school, and he kept wearing Air Forces, and we told him he needed to wear Wallabies. He threw the biggest tantrum because he didn't want to wear the Wallabies. He wanted to wear his blacked out Nikes. Like, he wasn't wearing Wallabies. I even offered to pay for them, and he was like, nope, I don't want to wear them. I'm not wearing them.
Because they're not cool, innit?
Yeah, it's not the thing.
It's mad. It's so mad.
It's not the thing.
It's so mad, but yeah, definitely. For me, anyway, Instagram is worse because you just see a picture.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You just see the picture.
The explore pages.
That's all you see.
You don't know when that camera's off.
No.
It leaves people wanting more because they can't get
exactly that. Like you just see a picture, that's it, and a one liner with the caption like. Yeah.
So what do you think's more? How can I put it? Like has a negative effect on everyone. Like girls' Instagram, as in like the baddies and all that, or like the guys with all the flashy stuff. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's both as bad as each other.
You think?
Yeah.
But I think man them are willing to do a madness.
Yeah.
To keep up with the guys that are doing.
But there's some other girls.
Yeah.
The girls are still doing BBLs and all that stuff. They're still trying to keep up. So it's just in different ways, I guess.
People are in debt,
Like,
people are in real life debt, taking out loans and buying things.
Live your means. I don't know why people so hard to understand.
But what people don't seem to understand is there's always gonna be someone that has more, but there's always gonna be people that have less than you. So you got to just be grateful with what you have, but obviously work to what you want to work to for yourself.
That person might go broke tomorrow, fam. You know, fam.
They're probably broke now.
Yeah,
you
that's
just
the
don't
thing,
know.
You don't know who's got money.
You don't know who actually has money. Like there's looking like money and there's actually having money. And boy, like
man look like money still.
Bit of shade over there.
But a lot of boys don't even talk about stuff like this. Though they don't talk about.
But I feel like boys do in their own little groups.
Maybe I don't know. You guys let us know, boy. The boys talk about these pressures and stuff like, yo,
I think amongst each other.
Not with the people I'm around because I don't feel like we
move
like
but
that.
I feel like boys laugh at other boys.
Yeah, there's no
Do you get what
competition.
I mean? I feel like you don't laugh at other boys that are trying to.
No, not even because I don't even see it.
To be fair,
to be honest, if I know about you, and I like you're moving in a certain way, like your certain persona or a certain image, but I know the real you. I'm not gonna tell you, I'm just gonna look at you like.
I know you.
need
know
to do
my
it.
guy.
I don't even know.
I just get me. It's like that.
But what if you felt like say for example, you lot are quite close as friends, and one of you was doing too much, and you knew their situation? Would you not tell them to slow down?
That's my issue.
But why? I don't get
That's
why
your
not.
fault. Like,
Do you know why?
No,
I would say something. I would have a conversation with you about it. And if you feel like you can maintain it, then I'll let you do what you're doing.
Cause I know with girls,
See me, I
it
don't.
will come straight.
Especially if you're my friend.
You're hating on my thing.
Yeah, but then
that's why I just
are you not really friends like that then?
No, that's true. You see me, if you're my brethren and you're doing wrong or doing something, I'll tell you obviously.
Yeah.
But if you say, if you feel like you're like, cool, I've already told you once, I'm not gonna go back again and do myself.
Yeah.
From then, one day you're like to me, bro.
You were right.
You were right.
But then again, I also think it boils down to the person and how they would receive the information. So it's ways how you say it. For me, I might just send you like a little quote that might tell you in a nutshell you need to calm down. Like that, like just directly, just so you can read it and just think. Because I don't know what you think about when you're at home by yourself. You might know that you're doing a bit too much. So me sending you that message might be a little reminder of like you are doing too much and it's being noticed, so like you need to calm down.
Relax, boss.
Jeje, it's okay. Like your time will come. Like actually come. Like yesterday, I saw a sermon on Instagram from TD Jakes, and he was basically talking about your capacity and how much like God has given you a certain capacity, and whenever you try and live over that capacity, it just crumbles. And I feel like a lot of people just try and live over that capacity that God has given them, and it's like, you don't have to do that. Like your time will actually come. Like everyone is limited to a certain capacity every year, and it only gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I feel like if you have that mindset, you'll be able to live according to your means. But I guess, like you guys are saying, Instagram and Twitter, whatever, is destroying our people. It's killing our people.
It's actually killing our people.
But it's because a lot of people are in a race and they don't understand that it's actually a marathon. Take your time.
But then again, also, I think people are scared because that way how people are just dying, it's kind of like, I'm scared that it's my time now, like I don't know,
the
like
anxiety
so they're just trying to rush and
uncertainty.
do everything, and it's like, take a break.
Find a problem, what's the solutions? See, I like that one, innit?
The solutions
everyone.
I think it's complicated. Mental health is complicated itself. What might work for one person may not work for the next person.
Exactly that.
I feel like if it's solution to do with like social media though, some people do need social media breaks.
Yeah.
Because social media can be very toxic. And even if you're the strongest person,
detox.
you need to, I feel like everyone needs a detox from certain things at time.
But there's a thing you can do on iPhones where you can set your apps to sign out at the same time. So say it was just like 10 p.m.
So you do that.
I have that screen time.
Yeah, screen that. You can actually do it. I was like, bro, like, okay, cool. But it's about actively wanting to do that.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Because
you might want to go there quickly say,
what's going on?
But then is that a solution? That's not. I think
it's
for
not,
me,
it's not a permanent solution.
No,
it helps.
I think for me, the solution for everyone is understanding life, like understanding how life is, like just your time in it type of thing, like just working on yourself type of thing. If you don't understand that, whatever you do is not gonna work, man. Like you just gotta understand. Yeah, cool. My time is different. You know what I mean? Like,
perspective.
Yeah, bro.
It's everything, and what you said as well is so true. Like the key to recovery and the key to, getting better. Let's say it like that. It's kind of like getting to know yourself, knowing your dislikes, your likes. What you can handle, what you can't handle, what what triggers you, your triggers. So let's say, for example, like if I'm at work and a patient, let's say a service user, I like to call them service users because I don't want to call them a patient, but a service user, they have certain triggers. You will try your best to keep them away from that trigger, but when it's coming closer to discharge, it's like we want you to be exposed to it, because when you come out of that hospital environment, you are going to see that trigger or someone could make a comment or whatever, and if that's your trigger, you can't be.
There's not going to be no one there to help you.
There's going to be no one there to help you. So it's like we try and do that exposure close to the discharge slowly, but the real key for me all the time is knowing you.
But that's the thing. A lot of people don't accept who they are. Like they just make it so difficult, and it's like. If you just take that step of just understanding who you are, you'll be able to move forward. Even if it's the littlest step, you can still be able to take it and just move forward.
I think for some people it's easier said than done though, because
it is.
You can have one person that's trying to do so, but if they've got people around them that are easily influencing them, then it makes it more difficult.
That's why you gotta set those personal boundaries.
Yes, and that comes with being raw of yourself and knowing if them people are good for you. If they're not, then you have to let go. Unfortunately, like it's always hard, but it gets easier as you go. Do you know what I mean? And how many people do we speak to that we used to speak to 5-10 years ago? Like there's not a lot. Do you know what I mean? So
it's the way of life.
Do you know what I mean? Like you said, just getting used to how life is.
We spoke about boundaries on our last episode. I just want to know your thoughts on like how do you guys set boundaries, or what are your boundaries?
So I'm not gonna lie, I only learned about personal boundaries in the last lockdown because I invested in a wellbeing coach. So with that we had discussions around like personal boundaries, and she asked me like, okay, cool, like if you had a plan for the week and your friend called you today and said, oh, there's a motive today, let's go, would you go? I'd be like, yeah. She's like, but did you really want to go? I'm like, no, but you know, like I thought it would be good. So like right there, what you just said there, you didn't want to go, but you still went because you wanted to go with your friend. It's kind of like you wanted to make your friend happy, so you went with them. Do you get it? Knowing that you have a plan for the week, which means you're gonna come home late today, which means you're gonna probably wake up a bit later tomorrow, which means your plans that you had, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay, cool. I was like, alright, you know what? It's actually true. So she's just like, let's just start by saying no. If you don't want to go somewhere, you don't feel like going, just say no.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it as well.
There's nothing wrong with it, because when you say no, the person's not going to kill you.
They will still actually go.
They'll actually still go. They'll be like, alright, cool, like, alright, yeah.
The most you'll get, oh, come man.
Yeah, that's the most you'll get.
That's it, you know.
No, I'm not on it. Without giving, and you even like, start with, okay, cool. If I was, I don't have to do this, blah blah blah. And she's like, okay, start with giving an excuse if you want. So that I started with giving an excuse. Oh yeah, because I'm da. And then she was like, okay. Then we started moving through the stages. She was like, okay, don't give an excuse. Just say no. I'm not on it.
And more time is people they don't want to miss a vibe.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I used to be me. There's gonna be gals there that I can't. You see now.
You're thinking, the snap's gonna be crazy.
Crazy. And then when next day when everyone's talking about it, like you ain't got nothing to say, like. Just there. But now I don't care.
Yeah.
The fear of it's actually a thing. It's a thing.
I remember one time. I think what party was it? I think everyone was like, "Oh, you missed time." Like, was that when you guys like that? I was blowing shisha, man. I was having my vibe. I'm good fun.
When you deep it, there's nothing that's new. It's the same
thing.
And probably the
different
same
locations.
people.
Exact same thing. I'm telling you.
Same rhythms.
When you understand that, you won't be afraid to miss a vibe.
You know what I mean? But people are like, but I'm like, bruv, I'm gonna see you tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
I see you in 4 hours.
I feel like people respect you more if you say no for a job.
Vibes are 4 hours, you know.
4 hours, bro.
Because you will go and be the Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
Like
you don't want to be there.
You don't want to be there. You're tired, bro. Like I've had a long ass 12-hour shift. I'm tired.
You don't want to vibe already because the vibes are 3 to maybe at 7. Finish at 10. 7 hour vibe, but even 3 hours. How you don't get the energy?
That was me for a pic.
Yeah, like
Bruv.
there's so many moves I've been to I didn't want to go to.
Everyone's mind is just trained as brazy.
Even that, like you said, it starts at 3, but you don't want to get there early.
Yeah.
So, I do it as well, but it's mad.
Yeah, like someone be like, oh, what? You're gonna open the shutters and like, fam, put out
the chairs.
I'm like, bro, but reality is 3 till 10. Not 7 till 10. So I'm just 4 hours because I didn't want to get there early. Yeah. So imagine everyone said, cool, everyone's going to get there at 3 o'clock. The vibe would be
mad. Exactly
that. That 3 little power hours you had could have been 7, you know? Listen.
But it's crazy. But yeah, with boundaries, another thing, what do? I've started to put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
My phone's
I didn't understand that. I didn't understand
my phone is still Do Not Disturb, fam.
I didn't understand it, but it actually, like, if I'm like, you know what, I'm having me time today, my phone's on Do Not Disturb, and there's no way I can see the missed calls and whatever. If you really need me, you'll message me.
Have you updated your phone?
I'm like, what can you do now?
When someone's calling, you can just swipe it up.
Yeah.
Oh, we're like muting it. You just see like I'm vibrating.
Yes, at the top.
I'll put the phone right. I'll see the person's name there.
Literally.
But what I do is I put it on Do Not Disturb, but I have like, so for example, like my mum will be on favourites.
Only my mum's in there, man.
You know, auntie might be asking you to do something. Okay.
But I guess, like you said, if it's an emergency, for me, if it's an emergency, someone's actually like, God forbid,
you'll call my little brother.
I'm not even saying, but
you'll
call someone else in my family, or you'll knock my door.
No, for real.
You call someone else and then, right, what for my man?
Or you will text and you'll see the text and you'll be like, alright.
Then you'll know. That's what I'm saying. So don't feel guilty for setting personal boundaries. Like you're putting yourself first at the end of the day. Like some people were lost. Some people. Never said some people like you can get lost in the sauce without even knowing that you're lost. And you're not even realizing that, right, like, who am I? And a lot of people go to, let's say, for example, a lot of people go uni without even knowing who they are. And then you meet so many different people, and you're just like, you're just forming into different, like, different identities. People, like. Yo!
I feel like there's a lot of lost people, though.
Those people are the people that say that they're depressed, they're depressed. So the people that you're like lying for the
Wait,
party.
they're depressed and they don't know that they're depressed.
You know some people are depressed, but they don't know they're depressed.
I didn't know that's an actual thing.
They can't really identify what it is. They're not right. But they just don't know.
So much happening around.
Like, just so lost, isn't it?
Just lost, like you're thinking I'm vibing, but what am I sad for? You don't know why. Oh, brother.
Not spending enough time with yourself. That's what one thing I realised. People are not spending a lot of time with themselves.
I feel like what made me open my eyes to know that I wasn't alright is I was at a party and everyone kept asking me, Shanice, are you alright? Are you alright? And I was like, I'm fine. They're like, oh, you look really sad. I was like, what? No, I don't.
No, it's fine.
And then when I went home, I deeped, what had annoyed me, and it was showing on my face. I just didn't realise, but people could actually see it. I was like, okay, cool. Let me just fall back a bit, then find myself, and then. So yeah, I feel like
See me, I can air people, fam.
We spoke about that.
See when I'm in my zone and I was trying to zone out, brother. You might think I hate you, but I'm not. I'm just. It's me, innit? I'm just. Yo.
no, it gets like that.
No, I can stay in my room all day.
Yeah, he actually doesn't come to the living room. Derek doesn't come to the living room, but.
Fam.
It's just
I'll
like
have to go shower,
get
a little bit off or something. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's a boy thing though.
But with boys, can I ask you something? Like with boys, like, do you guys, when you're sad, can you like realize that you're sad? Like, do you realize that you're sad? But do you look deeper into it, or do you just gonna like, come on, man?
I'm really sad.
I look for solutions all the time, you know.
So are you very solution focused?
But I feel like that's you as I feel like a lot of boys are quite sad.
I think with me,
sad or like angry, like
A bit of both,
emotion, like when you feel an emotion of like anger, upset, or like sad disappointment.
I just say, yo, pattern up, man. Keep moving, fam.
No, I accept the emotion that I'm feeling, and just understand that
there's nothing wrong with feeling.
It's only an emotion. It's gonna go. You know what I'm saying?
But do you allow yourself to feel?
Yeah, 100%.
As you get older, I feel. See, back in the day, I'd be like, oh, you're moving moist. As you get older, I feel, yo.
Yeah,
no,
I think it's
something's not right.
Especially
like pray about it or something.
Yeah.
Get me? A little zen.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
So when you lot are dealing with it, I'm just intrigued to know as like as
really
guys, because I feel like as girls, like we might have a little
cry,
or we'll go on the phone. Whereas boys don't do that.
The crying thing, I don't do that. Unless it's a funeral or something, then yeah, I'm not crying.
But then how do you cope
why
with
do you
it?
not cry?
Been a long time I cried.
Do you know what it is? It don't do nothing for me, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm crying for.
It's when people say that.
It doesn't love me,
Look at this. I want to cry after that. The
problem's
still there.
When was the last time you cried?
Funeral.
How many years ago was that?
What about you, Inco?
2 years, bro.
Mine was probably,
last year. Was it? Last year.
Mine was probably 2000 and feel like 2011.
11, yeah.
That's a long time.
That's the last time you cried. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
My auntie died in 2012. I didn't cry. It hurt.
Really?
I didn't cry.
I feel like
Do you not feel? Do you not get the tingles? Nothing.
Okay, so what? So if you're not crying, what are you doing then?
I'm vexed, innit?
and they build more anger though. That's what it is.
Vexed,
Yeah,
but
'cause then
I think we're just understanding the emotions that we're feeling. Like we're not ignoring it. Because if we ignore it, then that's
the
an issue.
problem still.
You get me?
The problem.
But yeah, just understanding the
That's
emotion.
very interesting.
But what I'm trying to say is when you're understanding that emotion, how do you like, you know, like you say you're dealing with it, but how are you dealing with it internally? Because you see that with
Process it.
yeah. But do you talk to someone? Do you?
No, not really.
Rarely.
There's times we've had conversations.
Obviously, everyone's got one person or two people that can go to and actually can chat to you properly. I've got people that I can talk to properly, but I'm not. Yeah.
I do bottle things up a lot though.
Yeah, I bottle things up, fam.
Which is
it's not good.
It's not good. Yeah.
Well,
it's not.
No, it's not good, man.
It's
not
not
easy.
good.
We let out. You feel vulnerable.
That's the thing. I've got troubles with opening up as well.
But my thing is, why do you feel vulnerable when we're all human and we all go through the similar things?
True.
Similar things. There's no point.
But especially as guys, especially I think where we're sort of from or how we've been brought up,
Yeah,
it's
strong,
like you gotta be this. You get me? You gotta be that guy, and once you're programmed like that, it's hard to get out of it.
But then wouldn't you see wouldn't you see a therapist?
Nah, come on, man.
Wait, what?
What am I gonna do? Lay down like this and why you?
No, wait.
Taking man's peas, bro.
No, wait.
Joy is because automatically you think, cool, like you said, I'm gonna come to you,
tell
my problems, but in reality, you got a next appointment at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so he's getting his money.
Do you know what I mean?
But you ain't seen it as in.
So I'd rather.
To be fair, I'm alright with dealing with my own kind of issues. You know, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Would you ever be open to therapy though?
Would you ever try it?
Yeah, I would try
Probably
it.
one day, yeah.
Because therapy, like I haven't had therapy myself, but I've sat in therapy sessions, and this is from me like sitting in the sessions, and it's not. People think that therapy is all about like advice and stuff. It's not. They don't give you advice. They guide you to see things in certain ways, and it's mad how they do it.
I've heard therapy sessions are proper good.
It's mad how they do it. You're not lying. You're not laying down on the floor. You're not laying down.
Seen in a movie.
That's
more like what's it called?
That's like different type of therapy. There's certain psychotherapy, and there's so many different things. Yeah. So therapy is very.
My therapy's with God, fam.
Yeah,
how
I started.
That's because I really truly
opening up to people. I went to talk to my pastor. I went to her house, and then I just started letting it out. And then she recommended me to go and see someone else in it, but obviously not because she didn't want to speak to me, but just like, why don't you just try?
Professional,
but I tried it and it was fine. Like we spoke, whatever. I felt like they were helpful, but I just didn't go back. I felt like I knew what it was, what the problem was, so I will be able to solve it. But I feel like it did help though. Like I would recommend that.
They ask you mad questions. I mean, you see people, they ask you questions, you're just thinking, wait, what? And then the question leads to another question. You're just like, okay, what?
It slowly opening up.
Like deep.
Slowly opening up.
You didn't know that was there.
Your whole life's out there. And you didn't intend for it to be like that. But they got a way of working your mind.
I watched something recently. A lot of therapy that a lot of people do that don't actually have problems or not depressed is cognitive behaviour. And that's because it just shows you how to see things and deal with things differently.
It looks at your thoughts, behaviours, and your feelings, how it all connects to each other. So how there's like a domino effect. And it looks at that, and it's kind of like they aim to, like, they give you like homework and stuff and try to make you figure it out. That's what it's all about you. It's all about you figuring out what your problem is. So they help you identify that, but they don't give you advice because really and truly anyone can give you advice.
But it's like you're saying homework, but it's like having a mentor. They might give you homework.
Yeah.
It's to progress in yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having a bar.
I just think of school.
They give you work. Let's put that homework.
You work.
You gotta work. Well, I think it's very interesting to see how like boys do things. I always think like a lot of boys, male friends that have and stuff, they do also about I know the problem, I'll sort it out, blah blah blah. But you just know, like, even when they're in relationships with girls, and it's like they're taking a lot of rubbish from girls, but you know that it's wrong, and you're just thinking like, yo, this is not normal, you know. Are you okay?
We've made a lot of things normal.
That's a source.
Are you okay? Like,
so have we.
Do you know what? Yeah, like having an older brother and just watching like how he is, I feel like a lot of things that he does, or a lot of things that affected him was our childhood, innit? And him being the man of the house. I feel like a lot of guys are like
forced
to be the man of the house, so it's like they carry a lot of burdens, a lot of things that even down to like how their parents will talk about each other to them. It affects their mental health and how they behave and how they see women or how they see things.
That's deep.
So,
it's
all environmental.
Especially like in my house, like my mom and dad split up from me young. But even when they were in the house, they didn't really show you love, show each other love like that. Even little things down to like probably, I don't know, kissing us or hugging us or we didn't get it like that. Do you know what I mean? So you can't really expect me to now be this man that shows love like that.
But that's the thing, though. It's true.
Time, man.
Yeah.
So how do you think you're gonna be with your own kids? Like, do you think you will kiss
I
Because I understand and I've seen what it's caused.
I know what to change.
I know what to change
it myself. Yeah.
But then for you as an individual to give it out is that,
especially with that person, like my parents.
Yeah, it's different. Like a lot of parents come in and they just think they can just switch it up with you at a certain age and think that let me hug you, let me kiss you now, but
It's too
late.
I said this last time, like
that
when I was in my mum's house, like literally when I was leaving. It was like, okay, are we hugging? Like, it was mad awkward. It was mad. But now when I see, I'm like, you know, fuck it. Let's, like, mum, get me. It's mad.
And I feel like mums and their sons.
They love them.
Yeah.
My mum's favourite child is right here. And that's on period. But I feel like because you were there first.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, you were there first. I came along and I spoiled your little only child thing.
First was lit.
No, but I feel like mums go hard for their sons.
They do. But it's about how you go hard for your son. So I don't know if it's just an African parent thing or it's just a parent thing, Caribbean, whatever. But a lot of them think that showing you love is by buying you things and having everything, giving you everything that you need. But
that's a lot of
all I want you to do is to love me.
Quality.
And the quality. And
they buy you gifts.
Yeah, like I bought you this, I bought you that, but you never lacked anything. But you never, I didn't have that attachment with you. And then when you grow up, you kind of struggle to form attachment to people as well.
Yeah.
And you don't even deepen until you get into a relationship or something. And you're just like, yo, like this is not working. And every relationship I've been in, it don't work. You're just like, there's a problem. There's an attachment issue somewhere. Like, I'm loving too hard, or I'm not loving enough, or I'm emotionally unavailable. Blah 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 blah. And it's from childhood.
I think like you learn to love at home first.
Yeah. Exactly that.
I mean, and that's why I think a lot of people need therapy, because a lot of people. I'm not saying everyone's had a troubled childhood, but in everyone's life there's been some sort of factor or layer where they need to offload or understand.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So I feel like therapy is very important.
Yeah, but let me just say, if you're gonna go into therapy, just be prepared for the kind of worms that are gonna open.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna do it, don't just do one session and walk away, because that one session, you can open a can of worms, and then you're just left with that open wound. Like, what do I do now? So, if you're gonna go in for a few sessions. Like, don't just have one because that could cause even more damage than what you went there for. This is
therapy. That's why I know this is. I was watching my Wii show one time, innit? Yeah. No, bro. Listen. I was watching my Wii show one time. Yeah.
Moesha.
Yeah, old school. Right, old school.
To the
and then like
E to the
like I think Miles they caught Miles smoking weed or whatever, cigarettes, whatever. They went to therapy, and then you know like. Oh, it's because of this, and then like they told everyone to act like each other. Then that's when everything started opening up. It's like, oh, because you left, this is what happened. Never time for me. They're like, raw. So
because of that.
So you get me, brother.
It's crazy though. You see a lot of
sometimes it's you get me.
Yeah.
You see a lot of famous people going to therapy, and it's a norm for them.
They got the money for it.
I think it's in our communities we see therapy with negative things. But sometimes just like
it
comes with to excel to.
It comes with a stigma.
Yeah, but I think, do you know what it is? I think it's our generation that's making it more acceptable to.
Yeah, people talk about it more.
That's what I was saying. I feel like our generation, we just got shagged in terms of like how to deal with our minds. Like we wasn't taught how to deal with all these things. So now it's like, what do we do?
Yeah, we're making all the changes.
Yeah, exactly.
We're trying to find the solutions and stuff. Because even when I'm talking to my sister and like she's talking to me, I'm just like, do you know what? Yeah, you're just growing up. Like it's gonna get worse, but you're gonna be able to deal with it. You will. Like
there's more resources out there.
You can't stop life, innit? Life's gonna throw
So many
lemons,
challenges.
all that,
Curveballs and stuff.
so
Like, it's actually
you just have to learn how to get used to it and how to deal with it. Learn how to work under pressure. It's so important.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you will crumble. It's easy.
Workplaces, yeah, even workplace mental health. Sorry, like,
It's a
workplaces
thing
can when your job satisfaction is low.
Yeah, that's when you're.
Oh my
you
god!
don't want to be there.
You wake up in the morning like, oh my god, I'm going here again. Like, I'm going to talk to these my ops. Basically.
That's my option.
No, like, people in workplaces. You go to workplace and people are intimidated by you because they know that you know your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Those people are the worst,
And they try and make an issue. Like
Out of
it's mad because my old workplace, like, it got to a point where I literally would make up any excuse not to go. Any excuse, I'd be like, oh, I'm sick or this or that, but I just didn't. My job satisfaction was at 0%. 0%. And you know when companies move like, yeah, we care about you lost work well-being, mental health, blah blah blah. But if I ask you for a day off, you'd be like, yeah, so that's kind of your annual leave, you know. Like that's what it is. But why don't you exercise mental health days? Like, I'm not 100. Can I stay at home today and work from home or whatever? But a lot of them don't give a fuck. That's why with me, I always say to people, like, if your job satisfaction is low, just leave the job.
Yeah, working in the bookies or something, mad like that.
It builds character, man. It builds character.
But big up William Hill, thanks. I was there
Big
for
up
a good
the Paddy
2.5
Power,
years.
yeah.
William Hill fan.
It always in different
Fuck
ways.
William Hill fan. Trust me. We got Ladbrokes though.
Why is it you like William Hill?
I used to work down the road from you, innit?
Yeah.
What, Ladbrokes as well?
Yeah,
Yeah. Jordan was local still.
down the road.
And the road still.
It does build.
What? You got a spare 15 bills there.
I'm gonna come to the shop, yeah.
From 1808 to 1807.
Anyone used to try and lock off all the machines and have like one running so you can just leave quick?
But as soon as after 9 o'clock, man saying, yo,
Yeah.
give me the fees. I'll
Mag
log
lock on.
I'll beg it on for you.
I was them people that, you know, the shop closes at 10. At 9:30, I'm like, guys, we're rounding up, we're going. Yeah, yeah.
Come on.
Mad
Yeah,
clock.
we're closed.
You just don't count it.
Just £10.
Oh no, but I don't mind. I'll load it on for you. Give me the money. But then there's some of them that's so superstitious that are like, no, I
Or
need
you
to
told
put
them,
it through.
don't put coins in that one. Leave it now.
Man, we go there.
This time you counting up every.
You know what, man? Bring me the coins, I'll put it for you.
Man,
And then this man, he goes, all he hears the coin dropping. I'll look at the machine again.
Long as well.
I actually miss it though,
I'll miss it.
I was
calm,
just
though.
one more day
but you
there.
know what I
Just enjoy
realised?
it.
One for ABC.
I think a lot of people in the bookies, yeah, in terms of the customers, a lot of them were going through like mental
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
Right,
Of course.
Man, I think I lost money. I have to get my money back.
Let me tell you something, yeah. In the majority of my job interviews since I went to Paddy Power, I have used Paddy Power in my interviews and got the job. Because we actually, you don't we
Show
work with
resilience
people
and-
That are
that are mentally unwell.
I remember one day a man was trying to, what's that thing called when you self-exclude yourself from the shop?
Oh yeah.
He was like, Chyna, I can't do it.
Addiction.
I'm gonna lose my house. Like it's actually sad when you listen to some of the
That man there
stories.
would do it. Come try to come next. I'm like, nah, brother. You're bad.
You self-exclude yourself.
Relax. Oh, can you cancel it? Nah.
No.
I had to self-exclude myself online though.
Swear that.
Yeah, from everything.
Remember the online ones
It's
are
dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Especially
Yeah, but so
during
now I
lockdown.
can't
It's in your
bet online.
hand.
But it's good that you done that
I
though.
had to, bro.
Football bets.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They're
that's
games,
you,
you know?
you set yourself a personal boundary.
Yeah, 5 years.
Yeah.
Been like 2.
Yeah.
I'm happy though, because it's long, man.
You're saving yourself a lot of money.
It's long.
Them slips.
Addiction is real.
Yeah, and it's so easy to get addicted to money. Like,
Chasing your losses is an addiction.
You're not gonna win.
You're not.
You're not
Never
gonna win,
gonna
fam.
win
The
against
system
the
is
house.
set up
No
against
matter how
you.
much money you might get, you're still
Gonna
minus.
lose.
Customers are funny in us.
It's sad though.
Like they be playing, they be losing.
They're looking at you.
Then
That's the funniest one, you know.
they look back at you like you're doing it, you know, cussing you.
Wait, see that, yeah? I said to them, brother, if I can control it, my whole family will be here.
Bro, I would be
Oh, you
there.
hate that.
there.
They think you're up the top. Oh, someone's doing it
My
upstairs.
mum will be there.
But that's the paranoia behind it. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's started off as fun, and now you're getting paid. You think you think that I'm actually doing something to make you lose. What am I gaining?
That's it's been quick.
You see before,
I was watching you.
Cover it.
Do you know what's so mad? You see before, I didn't understand that it was mental health. It's only after. Like,
you left. That's not me.
I realised, like, bro, these people are going through
bondage, man. Like, it's mad.
It damages a lot of their relationship.
Bondage for all.
Yeah.
That's the perfect word.
Some guy came in with his wife's susu money. So, like, I don't know, Caribbean call it partner, like, you know, the savings. Yeah. He came in then, he bet her money.
Oh my.
And then he couldn't leave, I swear to you, he could not leave the shop. Because he was just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. She's going to, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to get his money back. I'm just like, you know, you just don't know what to say to someone. So it's like, you know what, you just need to go home and explain to her. But it's like, what do I do? And the guy was actually sitting on the floor. I remember that day, it was so sad. He was sitting on the floor like, what am I going to do? Because I've lost all of the money.
The man rob the shop.
Yeah.
Wrap it up quickly.
And that's the thing, innit?
There's people that will be there when you're opening the shop.
Bro.
Chase losses from yesterday night.
Fam, the morning you open up, put the papers up, man's waiting at the door.
Yeah.
Waiting at the door.
That's
do
not
you know
normal.
what the worst one was? The last customer in the shop is the first customer.
Yeah. They don't even sleep. They just think
Yo,
about
boss,
what horse them on the bell.
I get why the old people. I get why there's a lot of old people.
That was small talk. You okay? You okay?
That reminds me of the ones in
What time you finished today? What time you finished today?
That's Palmer's Green.
Just chatting crap, you know? Well, they want to check the prices of the results. Like, they're just there.
And they got bare slips.
It's actually sad when you think about it.
Yeah, this one, £1.40. Brother,
yeah, it's all not. Like, it's funny to laugh about it, like now, but these people are. It's not normal.
I think the worst ones are the people that you're working with that actually have gambling addictions that end up robbing the shop.
There's one guy before I came. Well, I was working at my shop. Apparently, he was taking the safe money overnight, and then going to, like, you know them late hours casinos. To go there, spin it. Well, I think he done it a couple of times. He won. Last time he done it,
I know someone that's done
to the
that
shop.
in William Hill.
What are you doing, fam? I can't think about it. He's winning it, and so it's like, they're cool.
So he'll double the money.
I'm opening tomorrow.
Put back the money.
I'll put it back.
Yeah,
Well,
and
he
then
put back
he's got
everything,
profit.
so that he can put it back in the safe next day and have his profit. That's so sad.
Just to make that clear, we do not advise you to do this at home.
Please, no. You will get caught and you'll be prosecuted.
Mad.
You will be prosecuted. They'll find you.
Then you'll be in there doing
There's
no
point
comment.
going back to work, bro.
Book your ticket somewhere, bro.
New phone, new number.
You see, they're coming to your house. I know someone that did it at William Hill. They came to their house. It wasn't even a joke.
You have to fly out, man.
Just fly out.
So when you come back, what?
Come back.
You go do that.
You not come back.
Brother, I'm a new citizen, bro.
New name.
New life, you know what I'm saying?
It's sad.
Or people used to set themselves up like they will go do banking and make themselves get
robbed. Get robbed, yeah.
That one, I'm not even discussing that one.
You don't want to implicate yourself or anybody that you know.
But yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't even do that.
Don't bet. Don't go to the bookies.
Don't do it.
And if you do have a gambling issue, try and get some help.
Yeah, get some help
because it's not even a joke. It's a serious thing.
Set limits. Seek help. There's actually like. Even though we look at Gamaware, Gamerware, those things actually help you. Like, there's information there because a lot of boys do bet. A lot of girls bet too. You know that? A lot of girls do football.
There are some serial female betters, you know.
I see on Twitter.
They're guys or someone teaches them how to do the thing and then they think, oh, I get it.
Especially now that girls are into football as well.
Thank you very much. You're losing money, chasing losses. You're it's only going to get deeper.
Yeah. Spiraling out.
So... definitely seek help, man. There's nothing wrong with seeking help, guys. Yeah. Like, boys and girls, like, there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm not alright. Yeah. I'm addicted to this.
Yeah.
And I need help. It's fine. And you all need help. Like, that's the thing. I feel like when it becomes a trend of getting help, that's when people will start to move. Exactly. Like, don't wait for the trend to start. Just do it.
Straight away.
Just do it.
Straight away.
We all need it. GPs are out there. Look at the point with GP saying I'm not feeling well in my mind's not right. The same way that our physical health, if I hurt my leg, I'm gonna book a GP or go A&E. The same way if I know that for a certain amount of days I've been not sleeping. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, my heart is beating too fast. I can't eat. All of these stuff, or I'm eating too much, or I don't know. I'm just feeling off. You can put it with a GP, and they can do an assessment.
Self-referral.
Yeah, self referrals. There's so many, like, if we can't go for all of them right now, but there's so many helplines, charities that are out here.
Yeah, that are willing to help.
Willing to help, man. But it's all about you.
You have to.
And I promise you, once you get that help, you'll feel so much better.
Yeah.
You feel so much better.
100%.
Because you can finally find what it is.
You can release that pressure. You can finally release.
What would you what advice would you have for your younger self, or like younger people out there?
Don't worry, it's gonna be alright. Or don't rush. Take your time.
Take your time, bro.
That song was in my head.
No rush. that challenge. But yeah, take your time, man.
Yeah.
Everything has its way of working out, and it's good. And if things don't work out,
it's still gonna work out.
Still gonna work out because other opportunities will come around. That's what I would say.
True.
Right, you should.
To my younger self, I think I would say, be bold and don't compare yourself to anyone else. Your journey is your journey, your lane is your lane. Stay in it, focus, and just go with the flow of life in it, and enjoy every moment, every season that I'm in. Just enjoy. Yeah. That's what builds you. To be fair, all your challenges, they build you up to become the person that you desire to be. So just literally just be bold. Do what you have to do. What was the question again?
Just a few tips.
Few tips.
Yeah, just a few tips. Just before we
take a break when needed. So take social media breaks if needed. Set aside some me time. Yeah. You know, like especially during this lockdown.
Buy a journal. Write.
Yeah, write how you feel. Like assess your feelings. Literally. Stay connected. Talk to your peoples, man. Talk to your friends, your family. Don't isolate yourself.
Watch movies. Go on YouTube.
Sleep.
Literally sleep, everything.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't think that because everyone's starting a business in lockdown, you need to do it too.
Yeah.
Take time. Maybe you're it's CEO life or entrepreneurship is not for everyone. And that's okay. Please, that one I need to say again, it's okay to not do nothing. Yeah.
Especially during these times as well.
People too much pressure. Like and seek help if you need. So there's a lot of online therapists on Instagram that have come up. A lot of there's like I forgot what the name is, but it's for like a black owned therapy business on Instagram where you can book free consultations and talk to them. And they will assess you and stuff. Journaling definitely is key because you can assess how you feel and stuff, and when you go to a therapy session or whatever, you can explain like this is how I've been feeling if you don't want to talk about it.
I feel like what I did this in 2018. I wrote a letter to myself and I opened it end of last year, and all the things that I wrote in it, they have no meaning now. Like they don't care about them. They're not anything that like hold any substance in my life. Like literally, it's just nothing. And I felt like it was a relief for me because at that moment of time, I felt like that, and I was going through all of that. But now that I've read it and I'm not in that space, I've overcome it. Like I feel different. I know that life is different now. So now I'm in a different season. I can see that my life has actually changed just from that letter. So I feel like if you want, that's a good idea. Just write a letter to yourself from now, and keep it in your room somewhere. Just don't even look at it. If you have to give it to your mum or something, give it to your mum, and then go back to it maybe in 6 months' time, a year's time, and reflect and see how much you've grown since. That's important.
And last but not least, practice gratitude. That's something 100%. That I sing at the top of every roof. Is gratitude helps you like appreciate your present. A lot of us, we're always looking for what's next, but we don't actually appreciate what we have now and what we've achieved. So practice gratitude daily, guys, and just appreciate life.
That's what helps me a lot, you know. Practicing gratitude.
It's a big thing. And it does change your outlook on life. Let's put it like that, because you're always looking for, oh, well, I haven't done this, I haven't done that, but then it's like, yo, I've done this, I've done that. I appreciate waking up today. I appreciate even being here. Not everyone has the opportunity and stuff like that. So yeah.
No, thank you very much, ladies, for coming through.
Thank you for having us,
guys.
Just before we finish off, I just wanted to ask you a question. Dinner with Jay-Z or 50 mil cash?
Dinner with Jay-Z or 50 mil cash?
Yeah. 50 mil cash.
Thank you very much. Enjoy
Thank
it.
you.
Do you have any podcasts? Do you have any socials to
plug in?
Yeah.
At Femine on Insta and Twitter. At AskFee is an emotional wellbeing page, and on Twitter and Insta, and at Mask of the Pod _
What she did.
Yeah.
At ShiniLove _ on Twitter, ShiniLove _ on Instagram, Shini Snows on Instagram. If you want your makeup did, boys, if you want to send your girlfriends to get sent.
Okay.
Mask off _ no, Mask Off the Pod.
Yes.
Why do we always get that? I don't know.
But yeah, guys, follow us.
On
the socials.
Love and light always.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for coming on. Thanks, guys, for watching. Press that red button.
Comment, subscribe, the whole shebang.
Send to your friends and everyone else.